Happy Father's Day, such as it is. Pretty decent day. Maybe a little haze here and there, but no clouds so far. And one of two Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Steve Saka, the Saka Squatch guy. This is one of his Sober Mesa Churchills. They've been sitting in there for about a year. I couldn't afford the deal they do once a year, like pretty recently, where you buy four or five packs or a box, and you get the Saka Squatch statue. I've got one already, but I got to get another one I can send to Doc. Canadian Sasquatch smoking a cigar, why not? But happy Father's Day, y'all. Whether you see this on the cigar groups or motorcycle groups or muscle car groups for that matter. Like them all. Notice I'm wearing the Yamaha tuning fork wheel shirt thing. And Yamaha on the sleeve. I thought I like long sleeve t-shirts. They're more comfortable in them these chilly mornings when I got to get up early to go get my son from work and all that. I always thought it'd be cool to buy this hat for old Austin 316. So they call him the Texas Rattler, right? Get one stupid tickle cough going and he just wants to keep going. Got one type 2 pill I have to take. Makes my throat feel like tree bark and it must make me cough all the time. A bit of a cold ain't helping. Anyway, these hats are made by that older couple out in one of the western states. They sell their hats in different places like dang it. Oh, they advertise on YouTube sometimes, but they got Amazon. That's what I wanted to say. They sell them on Amazon. It's called a Rattler. When I bought this one, it's got the little Lone Star thing there with the fake snakeskin band. I got a real Arizona Diamondback Rattler band on my gray felt hat. That was $88 for that thing. From that shop in Old Tucson. Anywho, being Father's Day, I am hoping that the kids will cook today and I don't have to. My wife at least. I'd have to pull both seats off that V-Star to get the front seat off. They got tabs on the front and they slide, you pick them up and slide them backwards once you unbolt them. I've got that, I'll have that in the video, part 2 I'm working on. Sorry it's taken me a month of Sundays to do it. I broke my rib and I can't lift the door. I always need somebody to lift the darn door for me. One of these days I really got to get a garage door opener. Especially when I get to riding regular. I want to pull up into the driveway and boop, open the door and pull right in. But they'd stop, find another junk to pile next to the Escort where I was putting the bike, so now it's behind the Escort and jammed in to where you can't get the thing out without moving something. Don't you hate messes like that, like in your man cave or your garage or something, where everything's stacked on top of everything else and it's just a big fat pain in the ass and you don't bother because it's just too much work to get it all out again. Gotta fix that. That's pretty good. This Sober Mesa Churchill, not the blue one, because you don't see blue in the crown there. Definitely a medium cigar, but mellowed a bit from sitting for like a year in that Audu cabinet. And I got a bit of a cold that I'm still fighting to get rid of. Next Friday is my surgery finally, and I don't care what colds do to you. I'll force myself to live through it. The man too stubborn to die. Maybe we ought to live in Tucson, huh? Always known for being, Kogars are always known for being stubborn. But being a father has its rewards. I just wish they wouldn't make excuses. Well, I got to work 10 hours today, or I got to go this, or my girlfriend don't, blah, blah, blah. It's just kind of gets frustrating. The one son has trouble affording food during the week, and I try to get him over here on weekends and come on over and we'll fill you up with some food and some beers and have a few laughs. His girlfriend sits in the truck, and I think I know why. Oh boy, is this a good one. Thinking of certain friend requests on Facebook, okay? I'm having flashbacks here, and I kind of hope I'm wrong, but I'm just about sure I'm not. Life is like a shit sandwich. The more bread you have, the less shit you have to eat. Kind of sucks, but that's the way it is. I'm having flashbacks with that girlfriend thing. I hope she's not who I think she is, but I think I'll just leave it at that. All I got to say about that. So, anyway, I got the rider's seat off the back. I put the passenger seat back on, and the sissy bar part, so I can see which way it looks like. I got to turn it around backwards from the way that triangular tab's facing on the bottom that bolts to that acorn nut and stud that holds the rear seat down in the back. So have to fool around with that a little bit to see which way it fits. I got a feeling they welded the bottom tab on wrong, because the tabs on top that you have to drill holes in the back of that steel plate that goes in the back of the pocket on the pad and all of that, so you can mount the thing. Well, looks like they got something backwards, because the tabs are on the back instead of on the front. So it's the screws go through the tabs into the back of the pad, the plate on the pad, so that you can bolt the thing up, but they're on the back instead of the front edge. So that kind of sucks. Got to play around with that, because it doesn't look like it wants to fit the other way. It would gouge the back of the back seat, trying to turn it around backwards so everything fits the way it's supposed to. But maybe that's the way it goes. I don't know. I'll have to look at the you know who I mean, the one guy that's got a Virago, a black Virago like mine, and he bought the same sissy bar luggage rack that I did. Of course, I've been showing things that I bought and where I got them from, so people know what fits these bikes and they can just go and get it. I've been doing a lot of research to scouring the world for parts for that thing to fix it up real nice. I'm going to do a peekaboo pearl job on it probably next year. But I got some neat ideas from Ed Roth, and the one guy that he learned pinstriping from, Von Dutch. He does the Von Dutch style, or did, actually I should say, the Von Dutch style pinstriping. So I'm going to lay it out in 1/8" tape, and maybe some 1/4" too, that I use for outlining the paneling and junk like that on other parts of the bike. And they got just that neat spray paint now, clear, that clear, pearl clear, junk like that. What they call 2K. It's a 2-part paint. You got this huge map pen you shove into the bottom of the can real tight, and it's got 2 liners in it. One for the paint and one for the hardener. And then once you pierce it from the bottom and shake it up, turn upside down, shake it and everything, and that mixes the hardener with the paint. It's good for so long. And then I can shoot the tank fenders and side covers, but I got to take it pretty well apart to get the fenders off. The rear fender particularly, we all know that one. So I can do the pearl job. But anyway, happy Father's Day to all of you out there that smoke cigars, ride bikes, build hot rods, muscle cars, or we generically call them hot rods in our day. The Hot Rod magazine and Camaro craft, as we call it. There's 20 dozen different ways to build a Camaro, and it's like, come on, there's other cars in the world. I mean, I like Camaros, but come on, right? So I'll post this on the cigar groups and bike groups and all that stuff. Being a father is almost a sacred trust. I mean, when you're holding that first child of yours in your arms in the hospital, and your wife's being taken care of to do the rest of the job, there's more than just birthing involved. But I digress. Yeah, it's just, that's when you know you're not a little young jerk anymore. You're a man. You made it. You got to put your big boy pants on and take care of that woman and that little child. We've got 6. So you know what I like to do for a hobby? Oh yeah. So they grow up and everything, and they get lives of their own. It is just like Billy Crystal and these other guys laugh about it. When are the kids going to call? When are the kids going to call? And no, we don't go around looking for the best frozen yogurt. Although a berry fried cake and some berry ice cream from Baskin Robbins put together would be cool. That and some barbecue. It's just not easy being a father, but it's rewarding. It just kind of bugs me. My middle son, James, was born on Father's Day. That was one hell of a Father's Day gift right there. We got gifts for him and stuff, and he didn't come over yesterday. A girlfriend of his is starting to weird me out. From what I've seen of her at a distance, I think I know who she is, but she really needs to loosen the reins a little bit. Like Reese used to call him reins on that old TV show, late 60s, I think, Laredo. And I seen the guy that played Reese. I seen him in a movie where he played Al Capone. Serious guy. But yeah, I got to work on the bike wiring. I'm going to do some of that as I figure out the they get the wiring diagram where they map out where to use 14 AWG, where to use 18, and you can use those Y connectors in part of the circuit, but it hooks up to the big wires. I'm a little leery of that, but it's about the only way to get 2 positives and 2 negatives, one from each horn, rigged together with the Y connector, and then hook the power wire to that, because you're basically not using the switch circuit to power it anymore with the relay kit, and you are powering the horns from the battery, but you're just splicing the switch into the circuit to control it. Hope that makes sense. But that's what I'll be showing you guys. I'm going to get back to part 2 I've been working on for a month with this busted rib. That's probably a stress fracture, hairline stress fracture, the doctor called it. It's healing pretty good, but I don't want to pop it again trying to lift that damn garage door up. Really need to get an opener for that thing, as I mentioned earlier. And so, maybe get to work on the bike some more today. Hope somebody else makes dinner besides me, being Sunday and all. And have a good day, and keep the rubber side down if you're going for a ride on this fine looking Father's Day. Let's see if I can get the sky here. So you can see it's a nice day here. About 3.5 miles from the shore of Lake Erie. Make a left on Abbey and go straight till you hit water. So, got daylilies starting to bloom there. That's the first one popped open today, right there. And I got this fern-like ground cover over there. It gets these white and violet colored flowers on them, like a carpet almost. But they looks like kind of like a clover flower almost. But it's something else that looks like a vining fern. I don't know what to call it. It blew in from somewhere years ago. A couple of years after we built the house, and I just let it grow. Got basil stuff. That basil got huge in a month. Just from seedlings to that in about 4 or 5 weeks. Wow. Different kinds of basil, my daughter said. And these doggone red azaleas here, they just did poorly. That one was dead and came back. These other ones are greening up slowly, but dang. All that rain we had washed the car real nice though, so that's a bonus. You can see the Adam's needle right there is trying to grow in some stalks again. Somebody keeps cutting them down in the fall, and you can't do that. You cut the stalks off, it won't bloom again. It takes a couple of years for it to grow a new stalk. It's the same ones you see in the spaghetti westerns where you filmed in Spain, because it kind of looks like Mexico and all of that. But them things are like 15 feet tall. Jeez, oh man, them things were huge. Have a good one, y'all.